the realization that some of these communities are already the new world is very, very important for us. And another thing that was exciting was that there was a group there who had formed an integral church. And one of the people, Joran, his name was, and he gave me, his name is Joran Slane Oppelt. And I want to read to you his definition of an integral church. And he has a brief history of the whole integral church. He thinks it started with Friedrich Nietzsche. Thus spake Zarathustra, that a new post-metaphysical pro-body spirituality for the whole planet must be produced, says Nietzsche, by people who have traversed nihilism, romanticism, and relativism and discovered the valuing principle common to all perspective. And then he lists Rudolf Steiner and Uspensky and Aurobindo, and then Petrum Sorokin, followed by Sigmund Freud, Pierre Teilhard de Chardin, Gurdjieff, Mother Miro, and it goes on and on and on. I mean, I won't read it all, but this is one little book he has here. And here's what he says, Statement of Belief of an Integral Church. And he quotes from Robert Heinlein, Stranger in a Strange Land. Thou art God, and I am God, and all that knows is God. God is in all things, and being in all things has no choice but to experience all things. Robert Heinlein. And here, this is from Joran. We believe in the interconnectedness of all things. We believe that all things unfold in time through stages that cannot be skipped. And that's the whole spiral dynamic stages, from the warlords all the way on up to second tier and yellow and turquoise and purple, whatever we are. We believe that what connects us within and without is spirit, and the degree of consciousness that is present in all things is what we call spirit in action. And I believe that's what Ken Wilber calls the core of the spiral. It's what Aurobindo calls consciousness force. It's what some scientists call implicate order, universal creativity. Whatever it is, it's the divine process of creation in action. And as Carolyn was saying in the meditation, what we're learning in the first part of our course here is the new story makes all the difference in the world, because it tells us that we're all an aspect of the process of creation incarnate. And now here's an integral church trying to develop the sacred ceremonies around it. We are in love with the way God has continued to be expressed in the world and has continued to be revealed throughout history, all of history, from the first cause to the awe-inspiring cosmos, spelled with a K, itself, to the emergence of human awareness, to the myths that have been written, sung, and continue to be told via performance, stained glass, and social media. We believe in the benefits of a personal, transformative practice that brings us current, keeps us in integrity, and shines a light into all the shadow corners of the self. It was Amy Edelstein, that was her name. Amy Edelstein lives in Philadelphia and has a whole school on integral spirituality and practice and meditations. Very potent. The God we worship is beyond language and beyond human understanding, a consciousness that is the source of all goodness, truth, and beauty. He is God the Father, and at the same time, she is divine wisdom. God is the ultimate mystery, the origin of the universe. God is the name we give to the cosmos becoming self-aware through us. Now, isn't it wonderful that there's now a church for all this? The ways in which we honor and celebrate the divine are through sacred and pluralistic forms of radically inclusive ritual and language. Folks, all of us called to this. We are immersed in religious experience as we are part of the unifying and creative force expressing itself through and as our universe. The ways in which we worship may include being present in each moment, living each day to the fullest, and loving indiscriminately and unconditionally. I like that. When we contemplate, pray, or meditate, we believe this is our opportunity to silence the mind and look within, connecting with the ground of being. Just as we are physically composed of star stuff, the remnants of past supernovae, elements of this cosmic consciousness remain present in us all. When we identify with divine mind, it is in that moment that we are connected to our original mind and can see the reflection of our original face. And this whole book, he gave me his only copy he had there. And really, it's a wonderful reality for us as sacred evolutionaries to see what kind of ongoing communion, co-creation, space of nurturing the essence of our being together. We haven't yet created this. I'm not saying it is necessarily the integral church. And it's not necessarily a church, but it's something. It's a global communion of pioneering souls. It's a way of aligning. So one of the questions I'm going to be asking as we go through this is, how do you all see that we can remain, not just remain connected, you see, but foster resonance in the morphogenetic field together? And this together is more and more and more people. It's not just the people on this one class.